Hi, in this video, we'll look into embedding the LeadGen form onto our web page. Here we are again inside the LeadGen form builder. Here we have our web design inquiry form. This is our multi-step form, and let's now put this form into our web page to make it live. So what we need to do is to go back to the builder and open up the share section. This section is right here. You click on it and then you'll see these three options. It will give you different embed codes. So you need a code like this in order to make the form live on your website. You can either go with the direct embed code, iframe code, or the direct share link. So the share link, to start with that, is basically a link that will straight away give visitors access to fill in the form on a blank page, basically. And you can design the background also in the design section. You can change the canvas background and the form background, and you can send it out directly. But what we want to do here is to basically embed it into our site. We usually recommend the iframe code. It's a great option also for making forms responsive and for changing the height and width easily here. So here you see the standard size, which is the way it loads up right now. So we have a height of 400 pixels and width of 500 pixels. So, and you could change that and you can experiment what kind of size you need. If you wanted to have a very long form, for example, just like going into the width, then you can increase that to, let's say, 600 or 700, 800, and then try out what size would fit your web page. For now, let's try it with the standard sizes and see how this goes. So we copy this code and go into our website. So now I've logged into our website inside WordPress. You can use any kind of content management system, whether it's WordPress, whether it's Unbounce, Instapage, Wix. So it doesn't really matter as long as there is an HTML builder where you can paste this code in, which usually works for pretty much every website builder. In order to do that here in this WordPress theme, this is the Divi Builder. So it's one of the WordPress themes that are available. You basically do it best by adding a code section first. So, in your builder, obviously it might look slightly different, but the point is add this code into the HTML sections, not just the main text section. You do that here again. That's how it works. Add a new module. You search for code. One moment. There it is. So you would add simply one of those fields in. So let's open up the one which I've already added. And then this is a code I used previously. And simply paste our code, iframe code, in here. So that's it. Save that in here, and then you publish it. So let's see how this looks. And it has already worked nicely. So in this case, the sizes fit perfectly. Let's see all the other steps as well. They look fine. Okay, and then basically, obviously, this one we have to probably shrink down these boxes a bit. We can quickly do that if you go back to the builder. So here we are again. Let's go to the design section. And then we go on typography and input box. And then here we change the height of these boxes. Now let's make it a little smaller. 50 is a good size. We reduce the font size and the spacing. That's it. We save it. And now we go back to the website. And now let's go through the form. The first steps looked fine already. This one looks fine, and now the final one looks much better. You see the form loads up without scrolling down. It doesn't conflict with any of the other content here. And also the progress bar works nicely. So you see here the questions that the steps have already been filled in, get marked with this color. But this color you can also customize and change for anything you need. Now, if you would like to change the height or width of your form, you could change this in the embed code directly. So if we go back here, all you need to do is you click on Ctrl+F and you search for height. And then you'll see this is the only height text inside this code. And then you change the size of these pixels to a different size. So you could change the number here. And the same thing you could do for width. If you type in width here, we have it 2 times. So you're not going to do it here with the percentage number. You're just going to do it here where it says max width, and then you define it here, and you can also change that number. If you make any changes to your form inside LeadGen app again in the form builder, so for example, you change the color from red to green, you don't have to embed any new code again. That's a great thing about this. You can basically just refresh your live web page, the one we have, and it will straight away update everything on there. So that's how it works. That's the process of embedding the form code into your web page and making it live. And in the next video, we'll look into the thank you message that your users see once they submit the form. Stay tuned.